Stay frosty and head over to EasyMut.com for the cheapest MUT coins on the market. And when I say cheapest, I mean it. We're talking 1 million coins for around 40 bucks. Use code DIRECTOR for 5% off. Kia ora, brothers. What's up? It's the Director. Madden Ultimate Team fans, we have got another epic community card art video coming in today, but this one is a little special because these guys have been working their butts off to give us a preview of what the Blitz promo could be looking like coming up tomorrow, getting our predictions, some card art in there, show you guys how that promo operates, as well as the players that you could expect to see tomorrow. And it should be a big one, guys. The Blitz promo is usually pretty fire. Some of the best value you're going to see all year when it comes to Madden Ultimate Team. So it should be a good one, guys. And not just that, we do have limiteds, we do have power-up cards, everything we're expecting to see in this next week of Madden Ultimate Team. Before we get started, guys, hit us up with a like and sub if you do enjoy this content. The small amount of time you guys take to hit the like, sub, and bell notification helps me out a lot. Let's get into this video. Lights, camera, action. The Blitz promo is upcoming tomorrow. There's a lot of excitement revolved around it. It should be a really, really good day for Madden Ultimate Team. Huge shout out to Bradley and R9tar for putting these pieces of art together to give us an idea of what to expect. Let's start here with the promo we're expecting to see on Wednesday with the power-ups. Now, you guys know that I would absolutely love to see these particular players drop: Justin Jefferson, Chase Claypool, Jared Cook, Brian Burns, and Justin Herbert. Obviously, Justin Herbert would be a huge win for Chargers fans, but there's a lot of guys on here that are deserving of a power-up at this point of the year. I think Justin Jefferson and especially Chase Claypool, obviously Justin Herbert, would be an awesome add to Madden Ultimate Team to receive their power-ups. Next up, moving on to Thursday. Thursday should drop some LTDs early in the morning, just before Blitz promo gets kicked off. Our first LTD is Jalen Ramsey, limited edition, 93 overall with 92 speed, 90 zone, 92 man coverage, and 91 press. Yeah, this Jalen Ramsey card will be one of the best cornerbacks in the game. In a year where we're getting so many cornerbacks, it seems every single week, I still think Jalen Ramsey would be one of those guys that definitely stands out. Next up, these guys are trying to make me happy, guys. Another guy out of LA. Hunter Henry, 93 overall with 87 speed and 88 medium route running, which means he does hit the threshold. He would be another awesome tight end to add to Madden Ultimate Team, rivaling that of Darren Waller. Obviously, he's going to have really good catching on top of that. The one thing that's always made Hunter Henry so special as well is his high run blocking. So I think even people that are not Chargers fans should still enjoy a Hunter Henry at this caliber. Next up, here's the special part of this community card art, guys. These guys really did a lot of work here. Type, thank you to R9tar and Bradley in the chat for you to show you guys appreciation of how much work they put into showing us what this Blitz promo could be looking like. So taking a look here, they did some card art as far as what the animations could be looking like, a really cool splatter kind of 90s, paint drip sort of thing all over it, looking very, very cool. They did put together a couple of sets as well. We got one here for Kyler Murray, a 93 overall. Kyler Murray is going to be part of the MCS promo as well. You can get a 95 overall version, I think sometime in January or February, but till then, I think a 93 would definitely hold the fort down. Next up, we do have another set for Devin Hester. Very, very cool. They do have Minkah Fitzpatrick, Kyler Murray, and Devin Hester as part of those Blitz heroes, and those should be really highly coveted items if they do drop into the game on Thursday. Taking a look at some of the store offers as well, you guys will be able to buy some specialty packs with Blitz bolts. That's the new currency in the game right now, getting ready for the Blitz promo tomorrow. And usually those come at a really, really good value. You guys will notice those all-pro fantasy packs on the top right for 500 bolts. That may be a huge deal right there. So I would absolutely recommend, pulling as many of the most profitable packs as possible at a cheaper rate. So I honestly, if we got all-pro fantasy packs for 500 bolts, I would be super excited, but we don't know what the currency value is quite yet. Still very, very cool. Next up, taking a look at the Blitz Bolt specialty offers in the store. They have an 87 Devin Bush, 87 Philip Lindsay, 88 Budda Baker, and an 89 Zach Ertz. We can fully expect there to be some special offers for players to be purchased in the special offers store, and coming at a pretty decent bolts value as well. These are kind of what they're thinking that the value is going to be with the bolts, so just keep that in mind. So very, very cool. Then if you go to another section of the Blitz Bolts player items, you can also see a 92 Robbie Anderson, a 92 Nick Bosa, an 89 Brian Bulaga, and an 88 James Bradbury. So I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, man. Lots of bolts, but a lot of good variety of players as well. And then finally, there is one more section of Blitz Bolts players for an 87 Chase Young, a 92 Nick Chubb, an 88 Joe Burrow, and an 89 Dante Jackson. So with that, guys, let's get into the stats of all of the players that they have predicted coming out on Wednesday. Starting with the LTD, yes, we can fully expect there to be an LTD, and they're thinking it's going to be Tyreek Hill, the new game-breaking speedy wide receiver out of Kansas City. This card would obviously be just so expensive. Not only is he an LTD, but he's probably the most expensive, or the fastest wide receiver in the game, and he'll probably be the fastest wide receiver for a while. 94 speed, 90 catch, really decent route running on top of everything as well. I think this Tyreek Hill would be a smash hit if he came out with the Blitz promo. This is a really good guess as well. It's been a minute since we've gotten an upgrade to Tyreek Hill. I don't think he's gotten one since his core elite card. I think it's time. I think we're at that point where we have so many cornerbacks that can keep up with them. Tyreek Hill needs to come into the game. Next up, we got to give some love to those offensive linemen. Brian Bulaga. Now, I have noticed that right tackles are a little bit pricey right now. If we got one that came with the promo, 89 overall, very decent. You can power him up over to 90 overall. He should be pretty fantastic, especially in pass blocking. 91 pass block, 90 or 89 pass block power, and 87 pass block finesse. He should be pretty decent if you're the kind of guy that likes to go out there and sling it. Next up, another speedy cornerback to match up against Tyreek Hill. Dante Jackson of the Carolina Panthers, 92 speed, definitely very, very speedy out there. Would be more of a budget item, definitely not up there in the coverages, only 85 zone with 89 man coverage, but still you can get that up with chem to a very decent level of maybe like 90 and 94, so he would definitely be usable at a very cheap cost. So I like this item quite a bit, Dante Jackson. Next up, if you guys are looking for an upgrade to your rookie premier from last year, we have got Chase Young, 87 overall, looking pretty decent out here with the 84 speed, which is definitely very fast off of the edge this season. And then you got yourself 83 power move with 87 finesse move and 84 block shot. Definitely pretty decent all around. For a free item that you're getting for your rookie premier, I would say this one's pretty decent. Next up, another budget speedy cornerback. James Bradbury, ex-Carolina Panther, so you can kind of say I got two Carolina Panther cornerbacks here. 91 speed, again, very similar to the last card that we looked at cornerback. 86 man coverage, 85 zone, 87 press. Again, with zone coverage chems, you could look at a really, really nice card here on a budget, so I definitely think this would be a budget beast if he did come out. Next up, we're looking for more budget beasts. Give us that user in the middle. 90 speed Devin Bush coming in hot. I think a lot of guys really love Devin Bush as one of those up and rising users, you know, maybe taking the place of Ryan Shazier eventually and doing a really good job at it. 89 hit power with 90 speed. That's really all you're looking for in your user, especially on a Steelers theme team. This guy would be absolutely lights out. Next up, a heavy hitting free safety. Budda Baker. A lot of people are saying that Budda Baker is playing very, very well this season. It's probably time for an upgrade. 89 speed, maybe tad on the slow side, but he is only an 88 overall. 89 hit power is definitely where you're looking like, wow, this guy could maybe be a good user as well. So I really like this pick, Budda Baker. That would be an amazing item. Next up, one of the promo masters that we saw a set for earlier in the video. Devin Devin Hester. Now, Devin Hester is one of those like double-edged sword players. He will have the craziest speed in MUT. You can probably get this card up to 99 speed very easily on a theme team, maybe even 98 speed on a non-theme team. So he'll be dominating in the speed department, but he definitely lacks a little bit of playmaking in the catching and route running department, but he will be the best kick returner in the game by far. And I think a lot of people enjoyed his card last year. No reason not to bring him back this year. I really like the pick, guys. Very, very unique and a creative legend to bring into the Blitz promo. Next up, the little man with the big legs. Kyler Murray, 94 speed. Quarterback. This would be a very popular item among the community that enjoys running with their quarterbacks. Comes with very decent accuracies as well, 87 short, 87 medium, and 87 deep. So really you're looking at getting him powered up and then putting go deep on him. He'll hit all the thresholds, have the really crazy speed, the really crazy throw power. Really like this item. And again, he will be getting a 95 later in January or February. So if he got a 93 overall right now, I think a lot of people would have a spot on their teams for Kyler Murray. Next up, one of the hottest rookies coming out of the 2020 draft. Joe Burrow. Now, tragically, Joe Burrow did go down with an injury, but it doesn't discredit what he did in the first half of the season. Absolute lights out. You know, this rookie was on pace to be, one of the next Andrew Lucks. 83 speed, 89 throw power, decent on the accuracies. You can get around with that on chemistries and abilities, but all around pretty decent quarterback, especially if you guys got that rookie premier. Again, a couple of rookie premier upgrades here would be really nice for those budget squads, and I think a lot of guys couldn't complain. So Joe Burrow definitely deserving. Next up, oh my god, it's not the right Bosa, but it's still a Bosa. Nick Bosa of the San Francisco 49ers, 81 speed, very, very similar to his brother's card and Joey Bosa. These cards are always so good, man. I've been running Joey Bosa since his limited came out. A 92 Nick Bosa on the other side would be just as lethal. So I really like this pick. 86 power move, 90 finesse move, 88 block shed. He'd be an absolute beast out there. Next up, another one of those masters from the sets earlier. Minkah Fitzpatrick, 92 speed with 90 zone and 89 hit power. I think Minkah is starting to rise as the best free safety in the game, especially for Madden Ultimate Team. He's got the size, he's got the hit power, he's got the speed. I think this would be a very, very hot item for the Blitz promo if he did come out tomorrow. Next up, another player from the Derwin versus the World promo. Nick Chubb, who's been playing lights out every game that he's been on the field, just returned from injury and he's on my fantasy team. He has been absolutely killing it. If he does get another upgrade, that means his Derwin versus the World card would go into his power up, and then we can add on top of it this 92 Nick Chubb. 90 speed, but 95 break tackle. I hear there are some guys out there trying to go with the power back formula, the power back system in Madden Ultimate Team, finding some success. So a guy like Nick Chubb would be absolutely lethal out there. 88 truck is probably a little bit low in my opinion, but still that 95 break tackle could be absolutely lethal. Next up, we got a scat back out of Denver. Philip Lindsay, 89 speed, tad on the slow side, but I think he would be a receiving back, right? So he will get those really nice abilities at a very low cost. 88 change of direction, which is really nice. Pretty decent card for you Broncos themed teams. Next up, here comes another speedy wide receiver, this time for the Carolina Panthers. Robbie Anderson. Panthers fans, Jets fans would be absolutely ecstatic to add this guy to their teams. 92 speed, definitely gets the job done. Guys, on a theme team, you're talking 97 speed. That is why these cards matter. So I think Robbie Anderson would be an awesome pick. Again, Panthers and Jets fans would be absolutely ecstatic. And then lastly, for the Blitz promo, a tight end, definitely deserving of an upgrade. 89 overall, Zach Ertz with the 84 speed, a tad bit on the slow side, but what I've seen from Zach Ertz these past few years is just so reliable with those hands, man. He's going to come down with catches that he absolutely shouldn't. He does have the route running as well. I'm running an Antonio Gates right now that looks very similar to this card, and I got to tell you, he's one of the biggest playmakers on my field. So an 89 overall Zach Ertz, I think would definitely get the job done. And then finally, as a final reminder for this promo, guys, they did put together a little graphic right here. You guys guys see where it says 48 hours only for the Tyreek Hill with a little bolt underneath it. There should be a plethora of special offers in the store tomorrow, or I should say on Thursday, for the Blitz promo. It should be pretty big, guys. Again, keep an eye out for some of those value packs. You should be seeing some really good deals on technically the Madden's Black Friday promotion. And honestly, guys, it's definitely one to keep an eye on. They did mention that they're going to have a graphic or something showing you the times a day which stuff is going to be coming out, so really keep an eye on that. All of those players that we just showed you, very good candidates of what could be coming out. But we're not done with the card art yet, guys. These guys, R9tar and Bradley, absolutely knocked it out of the park this week. We still do have the 50 promo and legends to go over. Starting with a fan favorite in Charles Woodson. Guys, this cornerback would be one of the best in the game by far, and definitely a highly requested card by the community. I think it's time to bring Charles Woodson back into the game. I know Raiders fans would be super stoked. I think he played for a couple other teams as well. This would be such an amazing item in Madden Ultimate Team. 81 man coverage, a tad bit low, maybe a little bit higher, but that 91 zone coverage with the super high speed. This would definitely be one of the fan favorites in the game. And I think at this point, from what we've seen with the 50 cards, I'm not expecting an 81 man coverage. I would definitely see a little bit higher, maybe just under 90, so you can hit those thresholds with chemistry. Still a very nice card by the crew. Next up, one of the glitchiest defensive tackles I've seen in a long time. Warren Sapp. Now, if you didn't have Warren Sapp on your squad in Madden 20, you were playing the game wrong, because this guy was such an animal pretty much all year long. I really loved this card, Warren Sapp. If he were to get a 50 card, I would definitely make space on my team for him, because he is that big of a playmaker and obviously a fan favorite. And speaking of fan favorites, the card that everybody has been desperately waiting to get their hands on. Randy Moss, 93 speed. You could even argue this may be a 94 speed Randy Moss, dudes. This would be such an incredible item at this phase of the game. We haven't gotten Calvin Johnson. We haven't gotten Randy Moss. We've gotten a lot of good wide receivers, but not the one wide receiver that Madden is known for to dominate. This guy would be absolutely insane. The catching at 93, 92, and 90, should say the jumping at 93. The route running looking really solid as well. The spec catch. I think it's time we get Randy Moss in the game. And if he looked like this, man, I don't think anybody would be disappointed. Great job to the dudes that put this card art together. And finally, the legends for this weekend. Starting with Simeon Rice. Now, we did get a Dwight Freeney last week for the 50 promo, and I gotta say, that guy's just so out of this world good, man. His speed is unparalleled on the offensive line or the defensive line. Simeon Rice would be very similar, a tad bit slower, but 85 speed with the 89 finesse move and 83 power move, 84 block shed. He would definitely be a very serviceable defensive end in Madden Ultimate Team. I think a lot of people are underrating the power of those speedy defensive ends this year, because from what I've seen with Dwight Freeney, he definitely delivers. And finally, it's Thanksgiving. We can't include Thanksgiving without this man. Walter Payton. Now, Walter Payton is definitely one of those huge legends that we see, you know, year in and year out. And 91 speed with 93 break tackle, 90 truck. He's definitely a do-it-all running back. Probably would be one of the best running backs in the game if he got an item this Saturday. What an amazing item this would be for Thanksgiving weekend. Very nostalgic for people in this time of the year. So honestly, guys, I really like this Walter Payton card. He would definitely rival almost every halfback in the game at this point. And that's gonna do it for this epic card art video, guys. Huge shout out to Bradley and R9tar in the comments, guys. They absolutely killed it this week. We got the Blitz promo. They're already working on the Zero Chill promo as we speak. These guys have been absolute animals, giving you guys a preview of their predictions of what's coming in the upcoming promos for the game, man. I'm just so thank you, guys. Really, this has been such a treat to show off to the community, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. That's all I've got for today's video. If you did like it, hit us up with a like and sub on your way out. We'll see you next time. This has been the Director, and as always, bolt up and stay frosty.